Hi, thank you for joining me for day 3 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life. And today's sketch has been provided by Lisa Sikorsky. I'll leave her details down below. And you can see I'm scrapping once again using Fernwood and some photos from our summer holiday in Herm last year. So Lisa's got a few strips of paper, it looks like, going across the page with embellishments running top, left to bottom right. So creating 2 of those strips, I've used my Bundled Sage Distress Oxide ink pad, and then for the other 2 strips I'll use some Fernwood pattern papers. So first of all, this gorgeous blue, almost like a knitted design, and then the second one I'll use the reverse of that, which is the green with the white florals in the corners, and I've cut it so that I have got some of those florals showing as well. So just trimming the edge off. These strips are probably around 9 inches wide and about 3 inches deep, same depth as the ink pad. And then the photos, I've got one 6x4 at the top of Mum and Dad, and then one at the bottom which I've trimmed down slightly to be probably 4x4 of Amelia and Mum. So I'm just checking the positioning and that I'm happy with everything, and I'm happy with the photos in that order. And I felt that these strips weren't quite right, so I'm just turning the paper around, and this gives me a much better feeling. It's sort of more even doing it this way. So I'm going to distress the long edges of the paper, leaving the short edges as they are, and then I shall get those stuck down. So there's the first one. Just checking that I didn't want to use that second one as the floral piece, so I was just having a quick look there to see if the flowers were better on the piece that I've got there already or on the one that I'm distressing now. But I did prefer the one that I've got there already, so keeping them as they are. So just using some double-sided tape to get these stuck into place. I do love this tissue tape, it's so easy to use. So there's the first strip. And then I've put the photo in place just to make sure that I don't put this second strip, well, the top strip down too far down. So again, just adhering it down with that tissue tape. Checking it straight. And there we go. So I want to map the photos onto white cardstock just to get a slim border, and it just makes them stand out against all the pattern papers. I am going to add some layers of paper behind, so there's the first one down, and if you look closely you could see that I had actually stuck some foam pads on the photo before realising that I wanted to mat it, so I had to pull those off. That's why the foam pads are there on the right hand side of the screen. So that's the first one matted onto the white card, and I don't think I'll make you watch the second one, so there's the second one. So now coming in with some of the 6x8 papers and just creating some photo mats. So first of all, using this gorgeous tealy blue and green. It's just got a script on it, but it looks really nice against the colours in the photo. And then I shall use that scrap for the bottom, or I'm thinking about it anyway. And in fact, I do flip it over and I end up using the floral side rather than the green side. So there's the one mat, and then just looking to see what else I can find. And I like this one again with the dark greens. It just really provides a lovely contrast. So adding that to the bottom photo. Just tearing off the branding strip there. So that's my first mat. And then using this butterfly one on the top photo. I do contemplate using the yellow, but I prefer the butterfly. It's more of a neutral. So I'm going to offset the layers on these, and I am going to distress all the edges as well, using my Tim Holtz edge distresser. So here we go. Just quickly rubbing around each of the edges. I don't want it to be too distressed, but I do want it to have that look. So there's one, and I'll glue down as I go using my double-sided tape again. And this was the shady garden of the hotel that we stay in Herm. We tend to sit there for lunch and when it gets too hot in the midday sun. So we just found a table in the shade there. And Mum had something else that she wanted Amelia to help her with her phone. It's a standing joke. She always asks the kids to help her. I'm a bit beyond it some of the time as well. I struggle. I can just about use my phone for the basics, but when she starts talking about apps that she wants and things, I get a bit lost. So just distressing all these edges, as I say, and sticking everything down as I go. While I'm doing that, please do remember to check the description box down below to see the playlist that Christie's provided for us all to add our videos to daily. There's so much inspiration there, some amazing creatives joining in on this hop. They are 3 times a year. This is my 3rd one, so I will have done a full year once I've completed this one, and I thoroughly enjoy them. The sketches are all provided by the people, they tend to be anyway, provided by the people who join Christie with the hop. So it's great fun. So just finishing distressing these edges. I'm so sorry I left all this in. I probably should have cut this out. It would have made it a much shorter video. And then just adding that with the tissue tape. And now those are matted, I can start working on how I'm going to embellish them all. So first of all, sticking them down. Now I can use my foam pads. I think it was a bit premature doing it the first time. So just double checking that I'm happy with the positioning, and then I can commit. And here's the second one. And I'm keeping the foam pads in the centre so that I can tuck things around if I want to, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing embellishment wise. So just checking with my T-square ruler, and I'm going to add the title, and the title is from the Fernwood collection. It's from the Puffy stickers, and I've just chosen to write Document Life in Photos. And now going through the other bits and pieces on that sheet to see what else I can add. And I love this gold arrow, so I add that. Now these chevrons I punched out of paper months ago, and they've been hanging around on my desk ever since. And I saw this as a great opportunity to bring them in. So they create a real focal point to the left of that top photo, and I like that. And it's good to bring that yellow in because there are hints of yellow in the photos as well. So just added a tiny bit of journaling across the bottom of that green strip there, and it just says Amelia helping Granny with her phone again. And then some chipboard elements. So the top piece says change your perspective, and then that bottom one, this is our happy place. And then I really like this tab that says love this, so adding that to the left hand side. So now some embroidered flowers from the bits and pieces at Hey Little Magpie. And I love the texture that these bring in to the layout. So just adding a few different colours and a few different designs. And gluing those down with my wet glue. And I just love how that really lifts the page, adding those bits there. And I'm tucking these between the layers as well. So that top one is going between the photo and the photo mat. And now this puffy heart that I was on the puffy sticker sheet, I just thought that looked nice. Just seeing if there's anything else on the chipboard, and I spot this daisy, which I think will be pretty next to that flower, because you can see the ends of the alliums behind Mum there in the garden. And then some more floral stickers from the 6x12 sticker sheet. Another one of those daisies, which looks nice, layered up with that chipboard one. And then some more in this bottom right hand cluster. And just building and layering now. That piece just says cute. I thought it really is. Mum and Dad are so cute. They'll be turning 80 next year. And they're still like 21-year-old lovebirds. It's lovely. So some little gold hearts from the sticker sheets. These are from the sticker book. I'll just take them out the plastic. It's so much easier to just flip through them when they're loose. And yet another one of those daisy heads, just building up this cluster here. Works really nicely with those daisies that are on the paper that I've chosen. Or blossoms, I don't know if they're daisies. Thinking about using these tickets. Trying them in a couple of ways. I decide to add them to the left-hand side in the end. So it was a bit long, so just tearing off the top ticket and adding that one there. And again, it's just really subtle, but just add something. So not wanting to waste that other ticket that I pulled off the roll. I'm just going to add that behind that change your perspective piece. So here's one of James's JD3DPrint wood pieces with the heart cut out. And now I'm coming in with my date with the roller date stamp, and I'm just using that bundled sage again, just for continuity. I didn't want anything too black and heavy at the bottom there. And finally I'm going to come in with some gold splatters using my gold watercolour paint. And that's this layout done. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this process. I thoroughly enjoyed this layout. It was a great sketch to be able to use. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.